So for notifications, there's two places that you can adjust your notification preferences or settings. One way you can do it is through automations. The other way you can do it is through the CRM's native notification settings. So there's two ways to get there. One is you can click this bell icon, which will show the notifications, and then you got these three dots and you can click notification settings. The other way is you can click settings and go to my profile, and then there's this other tab right here for notifications. Now, each individual user will have their own notification settings and preferences. So John can have different notifications than Jill. And you'll see there's three kinds of notifications that can be sent out here. You can get an in-app notification, where if you have the app installed on your mobile device, you'll get a notification that shows up on your phone or tablet. You can also get an email, and you can also get a text message. So let's just run through these real quick. Notification for all messages and conversations initiated within the account. This usually makes most sense if you're solo. If you're working in a team, this can get a bit much because every time a new lead comes in and they interact, meaning like email or text message or anything like that, you're going to get a notification. Notify when a conversation gets assigned to me. What that means is for contacts, they can get assigned to somebody. So if I assign this to Jill, she's going to get a notification if she has one of these on because that conversation got assigned to her. And then notify for messages on a conversation I am assigned to basically means if this contact were to send us an email or a text message or a Facebook message, any kind of message they sent, if you're assigned to them, you'll get a notification. Task notifications, basically if you have a task get assigned to you, you can get a in-app email or text. And also if that task has a deadline or a due date, you can say you want a reminder 15 minutes before it's due. If you integrate WordPress and you're working in teams and you want to know when a service is purchased for it, you can get a notification here. And then for Facebook and Google reviews, you can get a notification when you get one of those, as long as you integrate Facebook or Google with the CRM. All right, so with the conversations, you don't have a lot of granularity where, maybe I just want to get notified when I get a text message, but I don't want to get notified when I get an email or a Facebook message or that sort of thing. It's kind of one or all here. So if you want more granularity, you'd want to do that in automations. And just as a heads up for my company, we do the notifications mainly through the automations, but we do have the task notifications. We basically turn this on for ourselves. So basically, hey, when a task gets assigned to us, we get a text message. That's how we like to have it. I usually like to see when we get reviews, as well as I have my production manager get notifications for reviews, just to make sure if, one of them wasn't the best, we can immediately call that client and address any of their concerns. So I'm just going to go ahead and press save. This is normally how we have ours set up. Some users do like to get an in-app notification when they get a message. It really is personal preference. But now I want to show you how we handle notifications and automations, which I do think is the best. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to click on automations. I'm going to go to this onboarding folder, and I'm going to go to this notifications folder. And you'll see these are two and they're essentially the same, but this is saying when the contact texts send a notification to the assigned user, and this one's saying when a contact texts send a text to the assigned user. So the difference is this one's notifications, this one is text messages. So you can easily just turn these on by pressing publish, or open it up, toggle this on, and press save. But what this is saying is when a customer texts us, text the assigned user. And you can see this is what we have it send out. Contact name just sent a text to the CRM and you are the assigned user. You could also switch this to just actually text what the person texts you. So you could say something like contact name just texted this to you. And then you would click here and go to message body, and then I'll show you what they texted. Let's look at the other one real quick, and then I'll explain how you can get more granular with this. So for this notification, basically on their phone, they'll say text from whoever it is, and then it shows the message, which is pretty much what most phones will show you when you get a real text message. Just instead of through the native text message app, you're going to get it through the CRM app, which is nice because the redirect page is conversations. So if they click that, it'll take them, boom, straight into the conversation where they can reply. So it works just like your regular text message. It works. It's just through the app. So it's just kind of nice to separate it out like that. All right. So Now let's say you want to get more granular. So like my company, we've got different people working. Some want to get a notification. Some want to get a text message. So how would you do that? So you would come to this plus button right here, then type if and click on this if else. Then I would give it a name like who is the assigned user. And then if you click right here and click contact details and then click here and start typing assigned, you'll see this assigned user comes up. You can click there, then click here and say includes, and then click the people that want to receive a notification. So you could click multiple people, right? So let's say that Jill wants texts and these two want notifications. I would do this and press save, and then we'll turn this on. And it's basically saying, hey, when a text comes in, who is the assigned user? If it is these two people, send them a notification. If it's not these guys, do nothing. And then on the other one, for the text message, basically going to do the same thing. Going to click here, start typing if else, select that one. I'm going to come right here, contact details, click here again, start typing assigned, click on assigned user, includes, and this time I'm just going to say Jill. And then you could give these titles, which can be nice when you come back to look at this, you know, who's the assigned user, Jill, everyone else. So then I'll say that on there. But this way Jill will get a text and everyone else won't. So publish that, press save. And then as your company changes and adopts, if somebody switches their preference or you add new people, you would just come in here and click the extra people or remove the people based on their preferences. So that's how we use it, and I find that to be the best when you're working in teams. Is for notifications, the only kind of message that we want to get notified on is text messages. So we do that through the automations, but we do like to get a text message when we get a task. There are a couple people that prefer the in-app notification, in which case they just select that and press save. But then all of our texts, when we get them, are handled through these automations, and that works best for us.